We often distinguish between transactional and transformational philanthropy, sort of as a shortcut for ways to think about our giving. Transactional philanthropy, or we sometimes refer to it as peanut butter giving, spread thin, $100 to your kid's Girl Scout troop, $100 to a cancer charity for a charity walk, $100 to your local public radio station. And some folks come to us and say, I feel bad that it's spread so thin. And I always like to say, that's great that you're helping our community to thrive. Those nonprofits need those dollars. That's a transaction that you will not regret. Transactional philanthropy. And, right, we talk about transformational philanthropy where you're able to help a nonprofit succeed, not necessarily with big dollar amounts. It could be your time, your talent, your treasure, your testimony, your ties. What you're doing, though, is uniquely situated to you. It's transformational and meaningful to you and to the nonprofit. No, I mean, I think for a lot of clients, the first thing that they need to think about with respect to time horizon is how quickly they want to see outcomes happen, right? The old joke around when is the best time to plant a tree, and it's 25 years ago. And when's the next best time? It's today, right? We want to see things happen. Some folks don't have the patience of 25 years of tree growth. They want to see something happen now. They want to touch and feel. So for those clients, their philanthropy might be directed, for example, to a food pantry, to serving meals, or to providing the food that folks will eat today and tomorrow. Others might say, I want to do capacity building and I help an organization to grow and serve more people over time. So I'm going to invest in a walk-in freezer, or I'm going to try to find a way for them to have new tools. We're going to work on professional development, funding professional development for a nonprofit leadership team. We want to build their skills over time. Some clients are really interested in systems change. They want to see the world look different 25 years from now. And so they're focused on things like lobbying and advocacy and funding organizations that work towards systems change through regulation or through legislation. All of those types of philanthropy matter, and part of it is personal to you and how quickly and how satisfied you are with knowing that time horizon for change. General operating support, or GOS, is something that every nonprofit needs, right? It's those flexible dollars that allow leaders to make good decisions. And if we trust good leaders to make good decisions, incorporating that into our best practices is really important. I think some folks are hesitant to fund general operating support because they think that they won't have a way to attribute outcomes. But that's not true. Every organization needs GOS to be successful. So finding an opportunity to call an executive director and say, we'd like to give you general operating support is one of the best days of the week when we have those calls, right? Because it's a really hard thing to get funded. Many people want to give restricted dollars. That's their choice, and there's nothing wrong with having restricted dollars for things, say, scholarships. But that scholarship organization also needs unrestricted dollars to support their staff, their counseling, their postal bill, their light bill, and their other overheads. So having both, it's a yes and situation. We see that some folks want to do restricted dollars and some folks want to do general operating support. And the idea is that what you're allowing nonprofits to do is be successful in the way that they need to be. A lot of times outcomes metrics can be built into an evaluation process. Most nonprofits, at least most seasoned nonprofits, are required to evaluate their programs in some way. The idea is, as a donor, you don't want to be burdensome on that nonprofit. You certainly don't want to tie in evaluation requirements that are so burdensome that they can't complete the tasks at hand. A lot of times having that conversation with a nonprofit ahead of time about what outcomes reporting looks like and how you can support potentially the cost of an evaluator if needed. So there's a real nuanced conversation that needs to happen before expectations can be set and before there's sort of a meeting of the minds. For many of our clients, geography is a driver in where and how much they want to give their time, talent, and treasure. Many people feel very connected to the region where they grew up, or the region where they made their money, or the region where their parents or grandparents grew up, and that's going to be the driver proximity really matters. Other clients might be more mission focused and location agnostic. They may say the mission is what is primary for me, and I will fund organizations doing this type of work no matter where it's located. So it's really just a conversation that you want to have around what's important to you and why is that. Jump in. The water's warm. You'll take some risks. After all, that's what philanthropy is, right? You're giving money away or time or talent. You're not going to get that back, but take a chance. Find ways to use who you are and where you are in your unique situation to contribute to the greater good in the community around you. But my advice is to explore, to learn, and to jump in. Get started. Plant that tree.